card, and more, all designed to serve you better. First Bank, you first.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
When the stars come out, Ghana Weekend turns up the lights. From the hottest red carpet moments to the wildest after parties. And for all your celebrations, anniversaries, and unforgettable moments, if it's happening, we're there. First, fast, and fabulously. Your front row pass to Ghana's A-list lifestyle is just a click or a channel away. GhanaWeekend.com and Ghana Weekend TV, where fame meets the fans. Promote your next big event with us, because when you party with the stars, the whole nation of black stars should know. Visit GhanaWeekend.com, watch and subscribe to Ghana Weekend TV on YouTube. Stay connected with us across all platforms. Follow us on Instagram with the handle at GhanaWeekend.com, on X at Ghana Weekend, on TikTok, Ghana Weekend, and on Facebook at Ghana Weekend. Join the Ghana Weekend family today. Ghana Weekend, all access, all glam, all yours.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680 884 or 0307 086 370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink, and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055 00 32231. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Sitting in the morning sun and watching all the birds passing by. Oh, how sweet they sing, and oh, how much I wish that I could fly.
24 minutes past 8, Citi Breakfast Show. Couple of quick announcements. Translight Solar can help you save up to 70% of your electricity bills. Enjoy clean and reliable energy without breaking the bank. We're offering an opportunity to own a complete solar system by paying just 30 to 50% of the cost and spreading the rest over 12 to 36 months with flexible monthly payments of as low as 1,200. Go to translightsolar.com, visit our website, or call 025 604 0838. Translight Solar, wherever there's sunlight, there is Translight. Well, if you're ready to unlock the power of AI for your business, discover how AI can help your business to work smarter, move faster, and serve better, from marketing and sales to customer service and finance, then be at this AI masterclass on Saturday, 12 July, 9 a.m. at Alisa Hotel, North Ridge, Accra. Facilitator Maximus Ametogo. This is an opportunity for business executives, entrepreneurs, or people who are curious about how AI really works to understand the dynamics of this fantastic new system. Call 0244767801. That's 0244767801, or go to idm.edu.gh, register for this AI masterclass. Republic Bank say we are the one for you. When we say this, we mean this very well. That's why we've reduced our city mortgage interest rate even further to a new low in the teens. That means you can afford to own your dream home or your next one for less. But don't wait. This offer is only valid for a limited time. And if you already have a mortgage with your bank, you can switch to Republic Bank and enjoy this exciting deal. Send an email to myhome@republicghana.com or call 054-0109-649. That's in Accra, or 054-0109-901 in Kumasi. Republic Bank, we are the one for you.
Now, Sunrise Christian High School is pleased to announce the schedule for its 2025-2026 entrance examinations in the Greater Accra region. We have modern facilities, passionate teachers, an impressive 92%, that is A1 to C6 pass rate from an annual WASI candidature of 250 students. Sunrise is truly one of the best places to grow. We have spacious classrooms and dormitories, 700 plus seater auditorium, dedicated dining hall, a 16-bed clinic with 2 resident nurses, a lawn tennis court, and other sports facilities with dedicated 100 kVA backup generator, a global standard reverse osmosis water purification system. So Sunrise is the only private senior high school to have consistently reached the national levels in the National Science and Math Quiz and the Sharks Quiz competition. Above all, is a place of discipline, strong Christian values, and academic excellence. So the entrance exams will be held at Greater Accra. The date is July 12, 2025, 9 a.m. Centers are Knutsford University, East Legon, Accra, and Tema Christian Center School, and that's Community 11 in Tema. www.sonrise.edu.gh is the website. 0244-876-066 is the number to call. Choose Sunrise, where children grow in the sun. Are you planning on studying in the UK? Then don't miss the UK University's Open Day happening on Friday, 11th July at the British Council in Accra. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. is the time. Come and meet leading UK universities, get experts advice on admissions, tuition, scholarships like Shivling and Great, and learn how your IELTS test can open doors to world-class education. Spots are limited, so register now at British Council Open Day or call 0302 610090. Your journey to the UK starts now. And this week we are celebrating a homegrown success story as Cal Bank, a proudly indigenous bank, celebrates its Values Week 35th anniversary edition under the theme Rooted in Values, Built to Last, Proudly Indigenous. Our values have been at the heart of everything we do, and as we look ahead, they continue to shape how we positively impact lives and business. For 35 years, you have trusted us, and we are still here, growing stronger, ready to serve you even better. No matter where you are on your financial journey, we invite you to grow with us. With strong roots and a bold vision, Cal Bank will continue to serve and support you every step of the way. Cal Bank, forward together.
Sitting in the morning sun and
8:29. Now, later this morning, the Minister for Roads will be holding a press conference. And I believe it's because of what the President said. If you can find me the President's statement yesterday, it looks like our advocacy has caught high-level presidential attention because he was, I think, addressing some group, and he said he is directing that a large chunk of the 13 billion cedis, which have been earmarked for payment of arrears, to go into road contractor payments. And the Minister for Roads is this morning going to speak to the press on the latest to do with roads, because this week there's been an upsurge in complaints about the poor quality of roads and the fact that a lot of the road projects have stalled. So I'm going to go to that in a minute. But let's talk about Western Villas at Imensa, stunning homes redefining elegance with various facilities like swimming pools, gyms, playground, beautiful landscape gardens, and private balconies. We also have executive plots at sale at McCarthy Hill, strategically located for unparalleled views. With just 5%, you reserve your space. Contact us today to learn more about our luxury rooms at Mensa or McCarthy Hill. Call 053-6502-295 or go to westernvillas.com for more information. Yesterday, I asked these two people a question, Francisca and Caleb, to list 10 communities between Pokwase and Nsawam. This young lawyer sitting next to you got 3 over 10.
I got 4.
You got 3. You got 3 over 10, and this young man got 7, which is terrible because I know you that's your area. She could, in fact, she has been messaging Anya. Imagine, so you are driving from Pokwase to Nsawam. How do you talk about Anya? Do you know where Anya is? Anya is like far away. The road that connects from Kwabenya on top of Pokwase, that takes you to Anya. And you are talking about Anya on the Nsawam road. And then she even added Awoshi too.
But today, ask me.
Now you have mastered it.
I'll ask you a different question. Do you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost? Looking for a vibrant student experience in a community that builds your confidence and equips you with real-time employability skills? Well, enjoy all these and more with scholarships available to support your academic journey at Lancaster University, Ghana. Be taught by expert faculty trained to UK standards right here in Ghana. Visit lancaster.edu.gh or call 0248-656-274. That's 0248-656-274. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. All right, let's talk about KB chocolate, made in Ghana for the world. You can find KB chocolate at Palace Mall shop branches, Migmat, East Legon, and Laboni, Wild Gecko handicraft shops at Kozoka and Shiashi, as well as Super Save and other supermarkets across Ghana. KB chocolate is custom-made chocolate here in Ghana to send out as a perfect treat or a gift for someone special or for corporate events. If you're planning something for your team, KB Chocolates got you covered. KB, they brought some last week.
Oh, you don't give me some?
No, I kept yours in my office.
Oh, beautiful.
So, they actually gave me some to give to Kweku David.
Okay.
But since it's not in Ghana.
Oh, so they didn't mention my name.
So you can start appropriating it.
Oh, no, that would be conversion.
I will tell you.
No, that would be conversion.
In law, eh?
Yeah, so let's leave it.
What does conversion mean?
Kanka would explain.
So, because the thing will be there wasting away.
No, somebody something.
So you even take one?
No.
It was plenty.
No, with his permission, if he says I should take one.
I'm tempted to join the appropriation.
It's really nice though. Chocolate with Charlie plantain chips for inside, chocolate, dark chocolate. Oh my God.
See.
It was very good.
I see. I hope there is no milk inside. Is there milk inside?
They have some called chocolate and milk. They have some with there are different types.
Oh, beautiful.
Made in Ghana.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
And
It's called
soft on the
kibi.
tongue, right?
Well, they say bite
actually,
it, so I don't know.
It dissolves easily.
It was very nice, nicely done, and it's not hard like kunku. Let's face it, nobody wants to spend years at school only for their degree to sit in a drawer collecting dust. Your degree should open doors. That's why Rosebank International University College ensures you do this. We emphasize practical over theory, acquire real world skills, access expert career service, and discover global exchange opportunities. Call 0307 007 800 or go to our website riuc.edu.gh. We are also we have a state-of-the-art campus at Opebia House, so you can visit us at Rosebank International University College, where your future starts today.
The payment to contractors. Payment is about to start from the end of this month. The Minister of Finance has put some money aside to begin to clear the arrears of contractors. So I'm sure that some of the contractors who have been working on your projects will be paid so that they can go back on site and continue their work. He's prioritizing payments to road contractors because several of the road contracts have stalled and slowed down. And as you're aware, some people have threatened to demonstrate on the Ofankor Road on Saturday. And so getting the contractors to go back to site and continue work as quickly as possible is one of the priorities of government.
So I'm not sure where he was speaking.
He was engaging the Council of State
Very
yesterday.
good. So he decided to talk on roads. And for the past few days, we've been discussing this matter.
Absolutely.
It has obviously come to his attention. Yeah. And he's been directing that the road contractors be prioritized.
Yes.
So he didn't actually say when they will go back to site.
Yeah, but he said that payments will be made, so the contractors will be paid by the end of this month.
Okay.
And then he cited the protest that is going to happen on the Fanko Pokwase stretch.
That is being planned.
Come Saturday, that is being planned.
I'm sure he's hoping that they cancel it.
Exactly, because if you check the page now, the sentiments are a bit favorable. They're excited that the protest they were planning to embark on has already caught the attention of the president, and he's mentioned it, and so that gives them some hope that at least the president is paying attention and listening to the concerns they've been raising. But others say, listen,
they want to work to start first.
Yes, and that the president is a very seasoned and experienced politician.
Seriously.
And that in Ghana we have dealt with politicians before, so they want to see action and action and action. So people have taken it with a lot of good faith. People are excited about the president's comment on this, but they will nonetheless go on with the protest to get to register their
the Ministry of Road this morning is holding a press conference at 9:00.
Correct.
I am pretty sure it is on this, right?
Absolutely.
The team invited us, I think in the wee hours of this morning, to come for this press conference. We are also made to understand that before the media is addressed, the minister would have met with some road contractors. So I don't know if that's going to share the formula for the money payment, or because the thing is that the arrears in the road sector. So the general arrears, we are told, is 62 billion cedis. The government took delivery of $350 million from the World Bank last week. And based on the debate in Parliament, all of that was supposed to pay arrears. Now, the truth is that when I interviewed the Deputy Minister of Finance, he said the arrears were not just for road contractors. So there were arrears in the power sector too. So the understanding was that 13 billion cedis was not going to go into just road contractors. But now that the President has said that road contractors should be prioritized, I think that's what the road minister is going to do today, to explain what percentage of the arrears will be cleared, what that means for stalled projects. He will also need to distinguish between road projects stopped because of the debt exchange, which includes all the routes on the Dowenya, Pram,
Afenya,
all those roads, including the beach road. They were all debt exchange projects. Even the one at Marina Mall, they are all debt exchange roads. As against in Sawam, Pokwase, which I'm not sure was debt exchange. I think that was more just payment delays. All right. Another point is that the contractor on that road is the same contractor finishing the motorway. So even if he's paid, will he have the equipment and the human resource to do two major projects of that scale at the same time? The motorway project is moving very, very quickly. All right. So that's one point to note. There's been a number of projects that have stalled in the past few months. The other point I'm raising also is that the road minister, in answering a question last week on the floor, said that the previous administration had awarded up to 800 contracts. But capex for those contracts was only 2.2 billion cedis. So imagine sharing 2 billion between 800 people. So according to him, some of the contractors had been given only 50,000 cedi mobilization for projects which were in the millions. So clearly there wasn't going to be work done. So there's a lot of pressure on the road ministry to perform.
Well, I mean that's basically been the history of how we've done roads in this country for a long time now. and it would seem that in many cases you do not have a proper government plan to deal with these things. The president goes to an area, the people complain about it, and then he makes a commitment that directs the Minister of Roads to sort out the problems of the people. And then, boom, mobilization is done, contractors move to site, without any real quantification of, okay, how many people live in the area? How will that impact the economy of the area?
Do we have enough money?
Exactly. Do we have the money to support it? And even if we have the money, how long would we take to recoup whatever investment that we are making? A good number of the times we've seen that these things went on without the necessary numbers to back them. And that is where we are today.
And then the deputy minister also said they would audit the arrears, and that from what the auditors have done, some of the arrears will reduce. So that 62 billion may not be the full amount, because it says it may be lower because they can disallow some of the arrears. So that work needs to be done to give us a clear sense of how much the government owes these contractors.
That audit is necessary, but also let us also remember that there are cases where contractors move to site, they do their work to say about 50-60%. Government refuses to pay them or doesn't have the money to pay them, and the work done deteriorates over time. Now, if you are using today's glasses to sort of do a post-mortem on what happened historically, then you are likely to run into difficulty, because what happens is, if the road was properly done to some level, and you are using your eyes today to see whether it had been properly done to a certain level, you are likely to fall into this trap of having to say that, oh, they have not done any work at all because I went there and there are potholes over the place. I think it's important that government must also be responsible in how it deals with contractors, because it takes too much time, too much effort. People go and sit at the Ministry of Roads and Highways waiting to see the minister, waiting to see that person, or waiting to submit certificate to one person or the other before eventually payment is made. And if where payments are to be made to, there are questions, okay, this guy, does he support us? We must be careful. All kinds of things happen. Sometimes people's certificates go missing. Then they tell you that will go and bring it back, and it becomes hunyai. Meanwhile, the banks are also on the necks of the contractors. So I think that the government should properly package the road projects, find money for them, and dedicate their resources in those areas.
The other point is that if you look at the list of roads that need to be done based on the complaints we have, I don't think government will ever have money to finish the roads. So they need to also think about a new financing model. I said this yesterday. PPPs need to come into the picture, and a sensible tolling regime can be introduced. You know, in the UK, there are toll roads. So if you're moving from some communities, there's a normal motorway you can use, and there's a shorter one which is tolled. So you pay to use it. And the idea is that the private person who helps you to build it will recoup his money before it's become a public road. I believe that there are a number of lucrative roads in our cities that can be tolled, if done well, to raise money. Because the PPP arrangement could mean that the private partner will bring the money to build the road, and then the public partner will ensure that the tolling is done, so that the monies are spread over a period to pay them back. That should be the way to go.
In fact, I've attended a number of workshops and conferences where some of these things were mentioned, and the position as of that time was that the government was seriously considering implementing things like that. So one of the projects mentioned was the one connecting us here in Accra all the way to Takoradi and Elubo and related communities. It was supposed to be a private partnership engaged to pay for the construction, and then the person who paid for it would then run the road for a certain number of years, recoup his investment plus some profit on it before eventually transferring it to the government. So it's build, operate, and transfer. I don't know why, as we speak, it has not happened, because we looked at the drawings, the artist's impression of what they intended.
Which road is this?
This is the one going to the western region, yes.
But they started it.
But I don't know the.
But that's the same thing they are doing.
Exactly, because it was supposed to have a number of interchanges, bridges, very beautiful drawings that we saw. But it would seem that for some reason these things, for instance, I mean, why should you connecting from Accra to Kumasi. Kumasi is the second biggest city in the whole of Ghana, and it's a viable commercial center, nerve center of the Ghanaian economy in so many ways. I mean, in no country must you have our road in that state. But Bernard, it is also because we are not doing what you're talking about. Why should we have Burkinabes, Malians, and Nigerians, all of them, come to a large extent using our roads without virtually paying nothing? Of course, they pay a few things here and there. But in terms of the damage that is done to the road infrastructure, what they pay for it would be pictured. So I think the funding model you're proposing is very important. Imagine you have a classic A1 road all the way to the extreme north of the country. Everything, about 5 lanes to the north, 5 lanes down to Accra. And at every major city, when you are crossing one major city, you pay for use of the road.
All right, let's read
it can pay back.
We'll take a few comments. And Caleb has now made himself an unofficial member of WhatsApp groups of aggrieved road users.
Hey, you have infiltrated us.
From Bong to Pokwasi Sawam and all of that. Interestingly, today is the birthday of 2 men who are thick in the things of roads.
Who and who?
Engineer James Amu-Godfred, he's the director of Urban Roads, the Department of Urban Roads. Today happens to be his birthday. And then for the Pokwasi Sawam people, Engineer Kwabena Bimpo is a man they will know. He's been the resident engineer there. Today is the birthday of these 2 men, so happy birthday to them. Bernard, in addition to the conversation we are having with respect to finance, a financing model, I would add value for money. A value for money angle to the conversation, because you realize that there are roads we have built over the period that have lived up to their lifespan over the years, that we've had to just do regular maintenance to have them, you know, live up to the value they had. And there are others too that shortly after their construction, you notice that they start deteriorating. Who is auditing these? What are the internal controls and inspections to ensure that with the limited money we pump into these roads, they last and serve their term before we start even maintaining them? There are too many examples of roads that are constructed and then the next thing they go bad, especially the political roads.
Why do you call them political roads?
Because they are constructed during by-elections or general elections. You can tell they are either not completed, the drains are not done, the road markings are not done, the necessary road infrastructure that must go with them are not done. Before you know, they are gone bad. And yesterday you mentioned the issue of corruption. And it goes to the heart of the conversation that if the one supervising the project has been compromised, there's no way he's going to ensure that due diligence or the necessary, what do they call it? Quality control measures are put in place. So all these need to be looked at, and we need to check all these things so that when
there's just something I wanted to bring into the discussion.
Longer.
So, you know, we keep making reference to the debt exchange, and of course, basically what happens is that when a country goes bankrupt, you know, you have 3 kinds of debt. You owe bilateral partners, you owe China, you owe UK, you owe US, based on loans they give you. Then you owe multilateral institutions like the World Bank and the IMF. And then you also have commercial credit that you took from the Eurobond. So you can go to a bank and just borrow directly. So global exim banks and stuff like that. But you can also owe these Eurobond creditors. Okay. Now I'm bringing this up because when Ghana declared bankruptcy in 2022, it also meant that there was a moratorium on debt repayments. That meant that we will not pay, or we are not able to pay our debt. Now, I'm trying to explain what happened so that people get the context right. Now, let's assume you are doing the Dodowa to Afienya Road with a $10 million loan from a bank in Germany. Depending on the terms of the loan and the agreement, if you announce you're not going to pay your debts, the financer may decide not to continue the project. Do you understand? Because you are not giving him certainty as to when you are going to pay. So a lot of the projects that, and the way Sky explains it, almost all our road projects are based on loans. Because the idea is that when you borrow to, it's better to borrow for infrastructure than to borrow to consume. Now the point is, if you borrow to build the road, the utility of the road is there. it facilitates movement, it facilitates productivity, and it facilitates agriculture. But you can also toll the road, so there is a revenue stream directly linked to the road in addition to whatever value it brings.
Yeah.
So that's point number one. Point number two, this week it's been announced that we've paid $349.52 million in Eurobond debt. This government has done this. So, of course, all loans were restructured. That means that the terms of some of the loans and the tenors were changed, right? Whether they are bilateral loans, loans to World Bank, or loans to private banks. Now, my question to the Ministry of Finance is, now that you have proudly announced the payment of the second tranche of Eurobond obligations to Eurobond creditors, does that open up financing for road projects that stalled? Do you get that question?
As in, we should return to the...
No. The roads were being built by loans that were already contracted. Because you said you are broke and you cannot pay your debts, some of the financiers decided to withhold their financing. But you've had a meeting with all your creditors. For us, it was a debt exchange. We, the people who lent money to government, we took haircuts. There were arguments about what haircuts should be taken. So Eurobond people also took haircuts. But now we have started paying. So they've agreed on the haircuts and payments are being made. So my point is that, does the resumption of payments not also open up the
tax
for the loans that have already been contracted? Because there were loans contracted, but the announcement that you are broke meant that you couldn't get the access to those loans. So the Ministry of Finance needs to explain to us what this means, because a lot of the roads are loan financed. All right. So again, I don't know which journalist is going to be at but I think it should have been a joint press conference between the finance and the road ministry as far as I'm concerned, because this is really a financing conversation.
Yeah, I think they should explain it better.
Yeah.
And to add, Bernard, I think, when the new government came into office, the Minister for Roads had said that they had some discussions with Maripoma, and they were to return to site, soon thereafter, which would have been a week after that conversation was had over the weekend, it would seem. What I do not know is whether the company disbelieved what representations were made by the government as not to return to site as we had been told, because it's been about 4 months or so since that commitment was made. And Bernard, going home as you guys did in my absence has been a major headache. And it's not only private people living on that corridor who have had to deal with the torture of using that corridor.
Yeah.
So it is important that today's press conference should deal decisively with how to resolve that particular change. There should be no two ways about it. If there is any road that should be built, it is that road.
And the other problem is that they keep mixing up the issues. So you see, when we push, they'll say, there are court cases regarding some properties on the road that cannot be moved.
Most likely red herring.
Therefore, the project cannot continue. Pascal, there are parts of the project that you have already done that people can still not move. So I think that with the announcement that payments will be made, obviously this contractor should be prioritized if there is indeed owed money, so that he can make the road usable. We are not saying you shouldn't build this road. The problem is that the way people construct roads in Ghana, it's so difficult to use the road when it's being constructed, because I don't know, when it rains, it's muddy. For example, the Cape Coast Road now is a major issue. When it doesn't rain, it's dusty. When it rains, you cannot use it. I don't know whether it's just because of the rains, but there has to be a way in which roads are built to allow regular users to still enjoy it.
You make a fine point, because on the Winneba stretch, for example, there's a very long expanse that the contractor has just scrapped off the asphaltic overlay in preparation for the road construction. I mean, if you've not gotten there yet and you are fixing the drainage, for example, on the sides, people wonder the understanding in scraping off the asphaltic overlay and then making movements more difficult. so the travel time is now much, much longer. When you have a very long stretch to complete, I don't know why that style or approach to things. And again, we've said this before, that when contractors are fixing roads, they should just give road users an idea or an indication that this and that is happening. You just go and you are surprised, especially if you don't live within that stretch of the... It just causes a lot of harm.
All that duty of care. It is the duty of the ministry responsible for roads and highways to enforce what the policy documents say. Because you can't just be surprising people on the road. And then also the people who are professionals within the built environment, they have also got to speak out a lot more to add their voices to the frustrations that people express.
I think
on
the
these
Minister
matters.
of Roads, when he was being vetted, there were a number of questions asked about that. And the view is that because he is from the so-called built environment area,
it would bring
so
sanity.
architect, he's an architect. Built environment includes architects, surveyors, quantity surveyors and surveyors, built BT people and engineers of all kinds. So that means that he knows minimum. He hasn't even need to be briefed. That's the point. So he can tell. So I really feel he needs to lay down a marker on construction practices in the sector, because the Amasaman Pokwasi thing,
it's horrifying.
It's just, and it's an emblem of the whole dysfunction of the sector. It's to have, and look, Saturday there were videos I saw of, look, a bus had gotten a flat tire,
trucks,
and then a truck, so they had left a 2-lane for them to use. The bus, in fact, 2 buses had flat tires, so they were on one side. Then a truck carrying something to had a thing pour, so the road block. So now you have people can't move, and the road is muddy, and cars cannot go.
And you know the shame about it? We will now spend a lot more money to put it back together. Because where he worked up to, we've destroyed it. Erosion, all kinds of things have happened over time. So he will now have to go back there, refill those places, hit firm them up properly before doing what he has to do to put asphaltic overlay over it. Now, who does that?
I actually think that, not to cut you, yesterday when we spoke to the people from Santor, they said that a lot of businesses had collapsed because the road was bad. I think that assemblies can find a clever way of getting businesses adjacent to a road to contribute a bit to the maintenance of the road.
No, Bernard, but in the Santor case again, the man you spoke to told us that consistently for years, both he and some other businesses along that stretch have been paving the road, filling it with laterite and, leveling it and all of that. We've also seen municipalities like East, where sometimes the residents will mobilize money, buy laterite, and they ask for graders from the assemblies to just pave it or level it, and they run into issues. There are places where the residents once again try to fix the roads, and the assemblies will say stop, this is our job. Meanwhile, they don't go and do anything.
So let's separate that. If a road is being given to a contractor, you cannot just move to the site and start doing something.
Right.
That is clear. Because the road is under the contractor's care. If a site has been abandoned, I think with the concept of drip, there should be a way in which, in conversation with the assembly, you can make the road more motorable in the meantime. Because DRIP is a legit government program. Now, the new government has appointed Neil Antivandapoy as a coordinator of DRIP. So clearly, they've used our taxpayer money to buy equipment. So you cannot have those equipment and say, if a contractor is not on site, you cannot use it. So what I would say is that, back to the original point, businesses, because we're still talking about funding model, okay, the businesses alongside can pay some one-time levy to help to fix the road, in addition to whatever loan the government gives. I'm talking about maintenance of roads now.
You see, while that is a very brilliant submission, I think there would also be concerns about the cost of doing business in our country. Because people have complained repeatedly about how much they pay to the central government and how little, the very little returns that come to them as citizens and as corporate institutions supporting government progress. Look at street lighting, for instance. Consistently, citizens have paid in support of lighting our streets. The money goes into the public purse, and very little is seen in terms of ensuring that our streets are lit. Very little is happening.
Yeah.
What guarantees will be there that if Bernard and Dela Limited form a company and they are operating somewhere in the Sawam area, and we are paying dutifully, hoping that our roads will be paved, the government will do that. It is a valid call, and some people or some companies do it out of social corporate responsibility obligations.
Necessity.
Yeah, exactly, they do it. But the fact is that our governments have been particularly notorious when it comes to using resources meant for particular problems, directing them to deal with other problems.
So once you are taking care of the problems that they should be fixing, then they just
they just move on.
Because there's an example, Bernard. Remember you were talking about the Millennium City roads within the Kaswa enclave, where sometimes institutions like churches or companies fix parts of roads, and then the roads are such that the government must really get them done. But when individual institutions sort of pave them to make them passable, we neglect them and they get even worse. So certainly across the country, there's enough evidence to show that people have been willing to make up for some of the losses, but you don't get the full force of the state getting it better.
Push back on what Sky said about cost of business. So I argue that it's more expensive to run a business in a place which has a bad road than it is to make a one-time payment to maintain a road. Let me give you an example. So there was a long time Citi covered this Teshi road. You remember this Teshi road? The Lekma road, which for many, many years has not been done. A lot of the interviews we did, businesses said there was too much dust, nobody was coming to buy, and they were not getting anything. I used this road last weekend. Everywhere has businesses now. Because the Chinese say if you build a road, people will come. So once you build a road, it enhances business. So I would say that people of Santor who run businesses are losing because there's no road. That's a higher cost than to pay even 1,000 cedis as a one-time payment and have a road. Because if there's dust in front of your shop, nobody's going to buy food there. You can't do a restaurant or a chop bar near Santor Road. If it rains, bobo. If it's dusty, bobo. If you make that, see, I'm saying that the challenge of this government is a financing challenge. So having stabilized the macroeconomy, they need to start thinking of new ways of raising the necessary funding to build these roads that can bring development. And the level of quality of our roads in Ghana, we are so far behind. Look, AgriFair 2 weeks ago, I spoke to some people who had food to bring, but they said, look, when I look at the distance between where I am and even my farm to the main road, by the time I get to Accra, I would have spent too much money. So it doesn't make sense. So transportation is a bottleneck, or logistics is a bottleneck for agriculture. And transportation and quality of roads is a determinant of quality. So basically, this ministry's financing is not to be seen as just for roads. You can spread it over other sectors, all right? The business sector, the agri sector, they all benefit from the roads. So they have to figure out a way of contributing to your making. Let's read a few quick comments.
So one here, Richmond, last actually disagrees with me. He says, Caleb, the Winneba Road, as bad as it is now, actually has shortened travel time due to the widening of the lanes. The contractor needs to compact portions that are really rough to ease the burden of motorists. There are several other messages that have come in the past that seem to contradict with Richmond's experience, but that's fair. Our problems with infrastructure development is mostly due to our financing model. Why can't individual regions finance road construction? GRA generates revenue from all 16 regions. All that money comes to Accra, which makes no sense. Instead, let the taxes generated in regions stay there so that it can be used to develop infrastructure.
If we do that, some people will not have
see growth in a long time.
Somebody drove 263 kilometers from Bolga to Wa. Dusty road, not one. In fact, I posted this somewhere. So a gentleman I follow on the one you mentioned, LinkedIn. So he made a post about his travel over the weekend. I think it was 3 weeks ago. He said he spent 7 hours on a 263 kilometer road between Bolgatanga, and Wa. 7 hours. Oh,
that doesn't make sense.
Between Bolgatanga and Wa. And he calls it an unpaved, dusty stretch. Now, if you're in Bolga and want to go to Wa, you have to come all the way to Tamale, use Fufusu Sola, then drive back up to Wa. It's going to take you almost 10 hours. And if you use the main road that leads to that place, it's in such a terrible state that, So for me, the quality of roads is a major development issue. And I don't know if using locally generated funds alone will be enough, because we need money in the pool. Can I read a few more for us?
Right. Godfred, please
help us. Yeah.
This one says, good morning, Bernard. Please, can you use your medium to convey our plight to the government, our MPs, and the president? Bernard, the Wenchi to Wa road is terrible. The alternative route, that's the Fufuso Damongo road, is nothing to write home about.
Correct.
We are indeed suffering. Emmanuel sent that from Tishi. I think I experienced the Wenchi road when we went on Heritage Caravan. We were moved from Sunyani all the way to the north.
Wenchi Wa is the Western Corridor. Yeah. So, we make a lot of noise about the Eastern Corridor road, but I argue that the Eastern Corridor road is better than the Western Corridor road. Eastern Corridor is what takes you from Asekuma to Bimbela to Yendi. Western Corridor takes you from Takrade through Wenchi, and then takes you all the way through Wa. It is much, much worse. And the link route to Tamale is bad. Let me read this message that came through. So the guy said he did a 7-hour, it says, a grueling, tie-besting, and bone-shaking 7-hour drive on an unpaved 263-kilometer laterite road from Bolga to Wa.
Doesn't make sense.
Can you imagine?
It doesn't make sense. And that connection is also very vital for our economy, because some of the breast baskets you find in this country are up there. Some of the essential things that come to Accra for us to buy and eat, to put food on the table, they are from these parts.
Yeah.
So, and I think there was recently a submission in Parliament, or somebody who was on our network, and said that in his whole constituency, not a single road is paved.
Yeah, a number of
only
MPs
road that
I've heard at least 2 MPs. The MP for Afram Plains, I'm not sure whether he's north or south. He's the independent candidate.
Okay.
He said there's not a single tar road in his constituency. I've also heard an MP for, I think, Lambusi say the same thing. I've heard at least 3. So it's actually something that's very common.
That's crazy. It's really
Ghana people, they suffer.
I mean, how are pregnant women living in those?
The whole constituency does have one tarred road, one paved road.
Bernard,
what have they been voting for? Before you come in, let me make this appeal. Bernard, I've been talking about the Aflao or the Tokon to Ho road.
The so-called Ho Denu road.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God.
Oh, Bernard, when was the last time you used it?
I haven't used it because I avoid it.
Okay.
So if I have to go to Ho from Georgia, I have to come back to Akachi and use a different route. I will not be able to use that short road.
If there is anything to prioritize in addition
it's very, very
to
bad.
all the things that we are
it's very bad. It's very, very bad.
I think it is important that road is fixed, especially. I'm not saying that the minister comes from the area.
It leads to the port. The funny thing about that road, you see, if you produce anything in Ho or in the OT region and you want to send it to the Togo port, you drive it to Georgia. So that road can be considered an international road.
Exactly.
And the funny part is that it's equivalent in Togo. When you enter, I didn't see a pothole, and it was well marked. So basically a road adjacent to the borderline.
Right.
So ours is the Aflao to Denu to Ho, compared to its equivalent Noefe to Lome to you think Togo is an advanced country. So Charlie, we are back.
We got work to do.
It's a lot of work, man. Good morning. Please talk about the Weja Old Barrier Evans at Mills Beach Road. It's been over a decade. We are dying.
That's road.
With the Pokwasin Sawam Road, I think the contractor has to do at least a single lane for commuters to use while other lanes are being dealt with. Please talk about Tema Industrial Area Road from Back Roundabout to Tor area. That's another one. I've never understood why the Valco Road is so bad. Tema is a big industrial area. The roads are so terrible.
But it's because of the tracks. And that is why...
No, they've left it. This one is the Tor
Or the inside.
Yes, when you get to, I think the Valco roundabout, that takes you to Tor.
The Tor.
So bad. They've just left it. They've given up. It can take you to Bone.
Yes.
They've left it for Charlie's, like they won't do anything about it again. All right, so what we'll do is that we are waiting for the ministry to start the press conference. And whenever they start, we will bring you some highlights. Our team is there. We are not going to leave this road matter until we get some clear direction. A couple of quick interviews coming up though, and so we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be jumping into them. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the game of choices. Listen with rapt attention. Round 1, question 1. Elevator or stairs?
Stairs.
Now the second question. Less than 4 hours or at least 6 hours of sleep at night?
At least 6 hours of sleep.
The last question. Yomi yogurt or...
Yomi yogurt, of course.
Oh, I'm not done.
No need. That's my choice. Yomi yogurt.
Life is full of choices. Always remember that the choices we make today shape our tomorrow. Whether it's a morning start, a midday snack, or a dessert, our delicious Yomi yogurt is here to nourish you. Yummy, a nourishing choice. This advert is FDA approved.
World number 1 brand higher LED TV and home appliances got mega up to 5,000 cities price drop at all Electromat showrooms. This time to shop higher air conditioner, LED TV, refrigerators, washing machine, just freezer, range of appliances at unbeatable prices on every purchase, exclusively at showrooms. Rush now while stock lasts. Check our website and social media pages for more details. Electromat, your world of electronics.
Charlie, where are you?
Boss man, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Wale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Massa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them all. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, Mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks were clean in the morning. Hey, everything has transformed. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some Milo at breakfast.
Your champs need nourishment and energy. Give them the Milo Energy at breakfast. Now with vitamin D that supports energy release to help their daily performance. Milo, energy to go further. Milo. This advert is FDA approved.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
I'm a fool and a fool. I saw the thing going. Kenny, ice. Where's for the if you must do women, you're ready, so the camera blank or canna, I could do them you.
It's 13 after 9. We have an amazing conversation with officials from the University of Professional Studies Accra, UPSA. They have something exciting for you, so stick and stay. Stick with us. We'll bring you that conversation shortly. In the meantime, if you are ready for the next big adventure in your career, or your company seeking top-tier talent to boost productivity and drive impact, the Design and Technology Institute, DTI, has something amazing on the horizon. So get ready for the DTI Job and Opportunities Fair. It's happening at the Citi Conference Center at the Department of Economics, University of Ghana, Legon. This is Friday to Saturday, this very Friday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. It's not just any job fair. It is one that is dealing with the Career Expedition Pathways Partnerships exposed possibilities, a mindset journey towards self-discovery. So participate in the Career Treasure Hunt, a talent matching competition designed to help you secure an internship or job placement opportunity and much more. There'll be face-to-face interaction with companies and you will get insights into their work and job opportunities. I have had the privilege of knowing what will go into this particular one. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. So be part of this one, brought to you by the DTI and MasterCard Foundation, our media partners Citi FM and the Multimedia Group. Please call 053-651-9313 to register or for more information. Be there and find your next opportunity. Bring your dream to life. Now listen, this is an account information update call from Omni Basic Bank to all our beautiful customers. Kindly proceed to any of our branches or visit our website omnibasic.com.gh to update your account records with your Ghana card. Call 0307 086,000. Have a beautiful day. Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank.
Palali, Kadali, Chekali, Akantahali, Andali, Doteli, Jemali, Tupaviahali,
And you need to upgrade your office space. You need to call experts when you have to do that, especially when you want a healthy chair that takes care of your spine. Call Expert Office Furnish Company Limited for your ergonomic swivel chairs today. Our ergonomic swivel chairs have intelligent seat cushion with dynamic bionic spine pressure relief design. The dynamic smart motion back support technology is equipped with double wing support chips and has great benefits for your health and spine. Please find us off the Atomic Hills Estate Road on the Asori Junction near ASI Plaza, Ashoman Estates. Call us on 0244 280 532. Expert Furnish GH is our handle on Twitter. Find us on all socials. ExpertOfficeFurnish.com is our website. Expert Office Furnish. Your health is your wealth.
Kadali, Chekali, Akantahali, Andali, Doteli, Jemali, Tupaviahali, Stutado, Stutado San, Stutado, 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 Stutado San, Stutado, 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 Stutado San, Stutado, 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 Stutado San, Stutado.
So let's talk about graduate education and one university that has fast become the university of choice for many who want to expand their options and add value to themselves in terms of graduate education is none other but the university, none other than the University of Professional Studies Accra. I have some fantastic guests in the studio. I'm talking about the Pro Vice Chancellor, Academic and Student Affairs, Professor Emmanuel Salasia Samoa. Prof, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And then I have the Vice Dean of the School of Graduate Studies, UPSA, Dr. Linda Nadok. Happy to see you as well.
Happy to see you too.
And Gertrude Amoko Ama. I got that right?
Very well.
Excellent. You're a lecturer at the UPSA Law School.
That is so.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
One
Caleb.
question I've received about UPSA is why you have Accra as part of your name. UPSA Accra. Like, what's going on there? Any answer to that? We can just overrule it.
Well, University of Professional Studies is a
Accra.
public university.
Okay.
We are regulated by an act of parliament.
Okay.
And in the wisdom of the framers of the act establishing the university,
Yes.
added the Accra to it.
They
give us
decided to add the
identity.
Accra.
Yes, to give us identity. But nothing stops us from moving beyond Accra
Okay,
to
to
other
the rest of the
regions as
world.
well. Yes.
My, in your defense, I said there is UPS. It could be University Primary School, so the A makes it then a university. You know,
Well,
it distinguishes the others.
for us in your own
All right, so let's talk about UPSA Graduate School. I mean, if I talk to many of my peers or those above me who are looking forward to graduate education, UPSA comes very strongly recommended for various programs across disciplines. What's making UPSA Graduate School, I mean, different from its competition, not just in Ghana, but in the sub-region?
Thank you very much, Caleb. A very good morning to our cherished listeners. We bring you greetings from the Vice Chancellor of UPSA, the management team, the faculty, and the entire student body. We are very excited to be here this morning. So UPSA, as many will know, is a public university. This year we turn 60 years.
Wow,
60
60
years, 60 years, and we are celebrating our 60th anniversary.
Impressive.
This year. But that's another conversation which we will have because we have a number of activities
We are looking
lined
forward to
up
it.
towards that. So UPSA, having been in existence for all this while, have made great strides in contributing to the development of human capital in our dear nation. Over the years, we have worked hard to secure our accreditation. So in Ghana today, UPSA has two forms of accreditation. We believe that we have to be locally relevant as well as becoming internationally relevant as well. So we are members and fully accredited members of the Association of Business Schools and Programs, ACBSP.
Okay.
And that is located in the United States of America. And what it does is that it gives us an opportunity to train and award certificates to students, which is comparable to what pertains in other parts of the world. Locally, we all know the almighty Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, and UPSA is in good standing as a properly accredited university.
Fantastic.
All the programs that we run, I am glad to inform the general public that all our programs are fully accredited. And so when you enroll on our programs, you are very sure that you are going to receive something that will not be questioned by any other person.
Right.
Now, one of the things that we have tried to do over the years is to ensure that our programs are relevant to industry. And we have a way of going about it, right from the development of the program. So we don't just introduce any program into the market. We look at the industry needs, and then we get industry inputs. So whenever we develop a program, we send it to captains of industry to review and make input into the curriculum, so that by the time we finish training our students and
they are career ready.
They are career ready. And we've been doing that consistently over the years. At the graduate school, we also have what we call the practitioners forum. So all through the value chain, from the beginning of the program, even in the course of studying a graduate program, you would realize that we invite captains of industry to make input into the teaching and learning. And then when they are about graduating, we also have what we call the practitioners forum.
I like it.
Where we also invite industry players to share real life experiences with our students.
I like that angle.
The good aspect of that is that after the practitioners forum, we have mentorship sessions where some of our graduates are assigned to industry people to mentor
for
them
experience and
for
all of
experiential learning and all that.
That's a good one. I just want us to go through now some of the flagship programs you have at your graduate level. That is the talk of town. That's the hot cake that everyone is looking forward to. So, Vice Dean of the School of Graduate Studies, please walk us through some of your flagship graduate programs.
Okay, so we have a number of programs. There are the 2-year programs for MBA. Then we have the 1-year MA and MSc. And then we also have 2 years MPhil. So for MPhil, we have a Master of Philosophy in Information Studies, and then Media and Digital Communication, amongst others. Then when you take our Master of Business Administration programs, we have MBA in Total Quality, Impact Entrepreneurship and Innovation. We also have, for the 1-year Master's program, we have Master of Arts in Peace, Security and Intelligence Management, Master of Arts in Media and Digital Communications Management, Master of Arts in Digital and Strategic Marketing Management. Then we also have the Master of Law programs. We've introduced 3 new programs for those who are interested in pursuing law. So we have Master of Laws in Competition and Consumer Protection Law, Master of Laws in Natural Resources and Climate Change Law, and then Master of Laws in International Business and Commercial Law. These are all 1-year program.
Okay, I'm sure when we visit your website, we'll get a full detail of the programs and then the eligibility and then get to. But we just wanted to know what some of the top programs people are looking at pursuing at your graduate level is. I think you've mentioned some of those. You know, now schooling abroad has become the thing. Right. A lot of people feel that if I have a certificate from outside Ghana, it gives me more mileage, gives me more weight and all of that if I'm seeking to advance my career. So if anyone is in that dilemma of pursuing further study abroad and here, why would you say they should choose a university in Ghana, more so UPSA? I'm coming to you. You're a lecturer at UPSA Law School.
Yes, thank you so much, Caleb. Yes, I mean, personally, I have had the privilege of schooling abroad and in Ghana as well. I've been teaching at UPSA for some years now, and I can assure all our listeners out there that there's no need going all the way to the US or to the UK or some other, jurisdiction, because the kind of education that we offer at the University of Professional Studies Accra is equally very top-notch. And again, I'm speaking from the perspective of someone who has experienced, not only legal education, but education of other sorts from both outside Ghana and in here. Both outside Ghana and then within Ghana. At UPSA, we there's this, student-focused approach or student-centered approach to teaching and learning, which is second to none. So we put the student at the center of everything that we do, focusing on the peculiar needs, preferences, abilities, and unique personality of each student. And that's something that is very important to us. And it's actually consistent with the ACBSP accreditation model that Professor Asamoah mentioned earlier on.
Right.
Equally, we also try to employ, or we actually employ, very innovative teaching and learning strategies. Blended learning is an example. So we don't only learn within the traditional lecture hall setup, but we also try to employ innovative and emerging technologies into the learning or the studying that we do at UPSA. We can boast of a world-class learning management system, which we call the UPSA Virtual. That's something that I experience outside of Ghana. And at UPSA, we have an equally excellent LMS, which facilitates teaching and learning. Equally, we also ensure that the kind of programs that we offer receive input from market participants, from industry. And our strong partnership with industry is something that we are very, very proud of. That we have so many partnerships with corporate Ghana, which we truly benefit, or which our students benefit from on a daily basis. So really, if you really want the kind of quality education that you can get in any other, institution outside of Ghana, trust me, UPSA still offers that kind of education.
Yeah. So now let's talk about who can apply, eligibility, where we can find information and all of that. I want to come to Pro VC.
Yes.
Who can apply?
Caleb. So we are excited about that. UPSA, we have a website, upsa.edu.gh, www.upsa.edu.gh. And there is a section about how one can apply. So everything is done online. So we have what we call the online serial number, OSN, which you can purchase at any EcoBank, any Access Bank, Ghana Post Office. You can even use your mobile money. Very simple, just on your phone. Dial *887*9#. And you can go through the processes and get the online serial number.
Wonderful.
Once you get that code, you go to our website, click on the application portal, enter your details, upload all the relevant information that you are required to, and then you are good to go.
I love the sound of that. So what will be your final message for prospective students and professionals considering taking the next step in their academic journey with UPSA?
Okay, I would say that with UPSA, one of the key things is our programs prepare students to be ready for industry. Because these programs have been developed with industry experts who know the gaps within industry, our programs equip our students so that they are ready and marketable and employable. So if you are looking to get into the industry quickly and to grow your career path, there's only one place to go, UPSA. We also equip our students to not just wait to be employed, they create the jobs themselves because we equip them with the entrepreneurial and innovative skills.
Okay.
So they can also employ people. So if this is your goal, if this is where you are looking to go, then there's only one place to go.
Great.
UPSA.
Thank you so much, Prof. Emmanuel Selassie Samoa, Pro Vice Chancellor, Academic and Student Affairs, Dr. Linda Na, Vice Dean, School of Graduate Studies, UPSA, and Gertrude Amoko, Lecturer, UPSA Law School. Ladies, gentlemen, thank you for passing through.
Thank you for having us.
Wonderful. And we have great news. Traveling to South Africa just got easier thanks to the visa waiver agreement. Ghanaians can now explore beautiful South Africa without the hassle of a visa. And guess what? South African Airways flies you directly from Accra to Johannesburg, the gateway to unforgettable experiences, from the scenic beauty of Cape Town to glamorous wedding venues and world-class wine farms, vibrant birthday parties, boys and girls getaways, and high-end business conferences. South Africa is calling. If you're planning to travel with friends, family, or colleagues, SAA offers special group packages including flights, hotel stays, and guided tours. So call us now, 0302 783 676. WhatsApp at 0509 256 511 to book your South African adventure. Fly with South African Airways, connecting you directly to unforgettable moments. And if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. We have the Piva orange fruit drink, Piva cocktail fruit drink, grapefruit drink, Piva tangy fruit drink, besting with tangerine flavor. So Piva Cola, Piva orange, Piva cocktail, Piva grape, and Piva tangy. Grab yours today. It's available at a local store near you. Call us on 0550 032 231. Piva beverages is definitely a taste you will love. It's an advert that's FDA approved. We'll take a very quick break. When we're back, we have friends from Rosebank International University College. Wait for that. We'll be right back.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Always busy on the go. Tap the app, you're good to go. Big dreams, little time. There's a boat for you to ride. Every single time, yeah. While the errands don't link up or more, hop in a boat and get out and explore. There's a boat for you to ride, yeah. Make moves with boat. Use code KEEPMOVING50 for 50% off your first 3 rides. Download the boat app now. Make moves with boat.
Imagine waking up to serenity every day, surrounded by nature's beauty and luxury at your fingertips in a gated estate you can be proud to call your home. Welcome to Western Villas, located at Ai Mensa, where our stunning homes redefine elegance. At Western Villas, each home is a masterpiece, designed with precision and love. From swimming pool, gym, playground, beautiful landscaped gardens, and private balconies, making every day feel like a retreat. We also have executive plots for sale at McCarthy Hill, strategically located and offer unparalleled views, easy access to amenities, and endless possibilities for executive living. With just 5% deposit, you can reserve your space. Contact us today to learn more about our luxury homes at Ai Mensa or executive plots at McCarthy Hill. Call us now on 0536 502295 or visit www.westernvillas.com for more information.
On the go, night to day. BBL app is the easiest way. Bank secure, bank with ease. Right at your fingertips, bank is a breeze. BBL app making banking so clear. Anytime, anywhere, we're here. Safe, secure, banking for you. BBL app, simple and true.
Welcome to the future of banking. The Prudential Bank mobile app. Bank secure anytime, right from your phone. Access your accounts 24/7. Perform instant transactions. Pay bills. Link mobile money wallets. Scan and pay with GHQR. Manage your cards. Make seamless GIP interbank transfers. All with ease. No more banking hours. Take control and app your banking. Experience simple, secure and convenient banking. Download the PBL mobile app now. PBL mobile app. App your banking.
It's time! You want to stand out, level up, and be your best self? Then you need more than vibes. You need the grace to excel. You need Max Out 2025. Hosted by KICC Ghana, Max Out is the ultimate 3-day youth conference. Connect with like-minded youth and find answers to your questions in the Word of God. We've got powerful speakers like Pastor Andy and Helen Yorson, Bernard Avle, and Reverend Prince Nyako, breaking it all down. Spiritually, mentally, career-wise, and even relationships, nothing is off limits. It's all happening at KICC Dominion Center on Friday, July 18th at 6:30 p.m. Saturday, July 19th from 9 a.m. and the grand finale on Sunday, July 20th at 8 a.m. with live ministrations from La Famille Music, King's Kid, exhibitions, Q&As, and more. This isn't a conference you want to miss. Follow at KICCGH_Royals on socials for all the gist. And entry is free. Max Out 2025. Come receive the grace to excel. Let's go.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Okay, so welcome back. 35 after 9, 97.3 City FM. Caleb Kuda in the seat with Enoch J, sales manager, Dr. Kojo Aka Kwating, head of Faculty of Commerce, and Dr. Alberta Akron, head of Faculty of Hospitality, Culinary, and Service Management. And these guests of mine are from Rosebank International University College, Rosebank International University College. Gentlemen and lady and gentlemen, welcome to the studio. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Great. So Rosebank International University College, I think last time I saw a name like this was in South Africa. Are you in Ghana? Have you been in Ghana? Are you now starting? What's happening?
Okay, so Rosebank actually started from South Africa. Yeah, 1909.
Hey.
Yeah, so we are more than a century old.
Okay.
Yes, and then we are a proud brand of Advitech. One will ask, what is Advitech? Advitech is actually the largest private education provider in Africa.
Wow.
Yes, we have about 146,000 learners.
Wow.
146,000 schools with about 100,000 students. So when we talk about Advitech as a brand, in Africa, in terms of education, we are the largest private education provider with 146 schools across 5 African countries. We are in South Africa, Botswana, Kenya. Now we are in Ghana.
Oh, so this is your first. You are launching in Ghana.
Yes. So we have other schools in other countries, but in Ghana, we have Rosebank.
Okay, so where is Rosebank located in Ghana? Where's your campus?
Rosebank is located at Opebia.
Okay.
That is just like 2 minutes drive from the airport.
Straight.
We've taken the entire Opebia, the iconic Opebia building is now Rosebank.
That's exciting. So let's talk about the programs you have and what makes you unique from the offerings on the market, right? Let's get into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's begin this way. There's always a conversation in Ghana about a disconnection between academia and industry. Now, Rosebank, our offering is to provide inspiring and excellent educational offer to shape global minds. Therefore, what we do is we put in more experiential and practical learning.
Okay.
So it is not just about theories. We anchor our learning with what people can practically understand and do. So that is number one. Number two is what he has mentioned. It is a South African school or university with a lot of branches in several cities in South Africa and also out of South Africa. What it means then is whoever enrolls at Rosebank is getting connected to a wider network of learners and graduates.
Okay.
The programs we have 3 faculties.
Okay.
My colleague will also come in, but
Right.
for example, at the Faculty of Commerce, we have a doctoral program, Doctor of Business Administration,
Okay.
and we have MBA, which is not like what is known here. The reason is that our specializations are quite different. So you check this out. We focus more on commerce, not just business administration.
Okay. You are strong in commerce.
We are strong in commerce, and so even from the undergraduate level, we have BCom in supply chain management, BCom in digital entrepreneurship, retail entrepreneurship. Then our MBA also focuses more on commerce-related tracks.
Okay.
The same as the doctoral level.
Okay.
And we have MSc and MPhil also in digital marketing. So maybe we can talk of the hospitality and the culinary one, which is coming with a boom, because you cannot skip it if you want to be in that industry.
Dr. Alberta, tell us more about it.
Thank you so much, Caleb. In Rosebank, what prospects you know is that you can come in and start your diploma and finish your doctorate in Rosebank. We have programs from the diploma level up
all
to
the way to the doctorate.
Wow. Program. So you can spend time with us for your academic
journey. Right.
Exactly. We have 15 accredited programs.
Okay.
So there is everything for everybody. And so I'm the head of the hospitality, culinary and service. We have 3 diplomas in food preparation and culinary arts. There is also a specialization in pastry. Those who want to specialize in pastry. There is a hospitality, Bachelor of Hospitality Management, and then we have Bachelor of Service Management. The service industry is becoming very big, but sometimes we don't have professionals there to handle issues and crisis and communication. So we are training. The Bachelor give you the models and the courses in the bachelor program of the service management gives you that skill. The hospitality is also a big one because hotels, restaurants are becoming Michelin and they need professionals to manage them. So we train students to acquire these skills so that they can they can work globally. Our pedagogy, and I like to hammer on that, is inquiry based. So we do a lot of research. We do a lot of we place emphasis on exploration. We do a lot of practicum. We intersperse our education and learning with practicum and internships and practicals. We have a modern, contemporary kitchen that we train those who want to be chefs, those who are in the culinary industry. And we can take you on a tour whenever you are ready.
Amazing. That sounds exciting. So when are you taking your first intake in Ghana? When is that beginning and how can students apply?
Okay, so before I go on that, Caleb, we have one faculty here, so that is the Faculty of ICT.
Okay.
You know, we are in the digital world.
Right.
So what is a student without digital knowledge?
Right.
That is why we offer programs such as Bachelor of Science in Business Information Systems.
Okay.
We have programs like Bachelor of Science in Computer Application Development.
Right.
We have Bachelor of Science in Computer Information Systems.
So you are commerce, you are IT, you are hospitality.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. So that's
imagine a company having these 3 combinations.
That sounds
you are in the
good.
hospitality sector, you are well vested in digital, and also as a part of commerce
angle to it.
And that is what we have to
and
offer.
let me top up something quickly. We have 3-4 courses that run through all the 15 programs.
Okay.
And it's entrepreneurship, basic accounting, business management. When you come in, we train you to be on your own if you don't want to work with anybody. So we give you entrepreneurial skills, we give you accounting skills to be able to manage your business. And it runs across all the programs. Whatever course or whatever program you are taking, this you take this as
so when are you taking your first intake? When is your first intake?
First
How can
intake
people
is
apply?
September. But application is currently open.
Okay.
But we have limited space because we don't do large class size. So if you really want to sign on to Rosebank, this is the right time for you to come.
Nice.
So September 1st, we are starting our first semester for the academic year.
Any
so
website?
Currently admission is open. Just go on to Rosebank's website, that is riuc.edu.gh. riuc.edu.gh, or just search Rosebank International University College and just go there. You have more information there. We have the application open on the website.
Right.
So just go there, click on the apply sign or follow the prompts.
And you're
or
good
you can
to
also
go.
call us or reach out to us and then we will assist you.
Right. Please, how affordable are your fees compared to other universities in Ghana?
In terms of school fees, I would say Rosebank, one would say we are offering charity. Why? Because we are backed by World Bank through the IFC.
I see.
So we are giving back to Africa. So as compared to other schools out there who are even offering 50% scholarship, Rosebank is still affordable, even if you get such kind of scholarship from those schools. And we have 2 strategic payment plans. This is where students get the option to choose which of them will favor them in terms of their financial capacity. So the first option is you can pay upfront and get a discount of 13%.
Okay.
And the second option is you pay 10%, then you spread the rest in 10 months.
Okay.
So no matter your pocket size, you can afford Rosebank. Even though we have state-of-the-art facilities and offer the best, you can still afford.
I like that. Do you have accommodation facilities as well?
Oh, yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes, we have 14 of them across the city.
Okay.
East Legon, Osu, Kandal, Dabraka. So it's closer to the school. We don't want to stress students.
That's nice.
And we've checked the premises. We've spoken to the facility owners. And so
you've secured them, so you don't have an issue. Exchange opportunities, since you have campuses across the continent, please speak to that for me. Do you have
yes. Those who are enrolling with us in Ghana have the opportunity to do a semester in South Africa.
Oh wow.
So that is what I meant by even networking with your international peers. Therefore, those who want to be with us and want to have that South African experience for internship and also campus experience, they are always welcome. Caleb, we don't have time, but I'll quickly say that we are accredited by GTEC.
Yes.
And we are also accredited by the British Accreditation Council.
Okay.
As well as the South African Qualifications Authority and the Independent Institute of Education, IIE.
As well as Citi and Guilds.
Yes, Citi and Guilds for the cookery and culinary programs. And finally, maybe from my end, in the supply chain management program, we are strategically coming up with something for customs administration and management. So it is not only for those in the custom sector, but all those in the shipping, import, export ecosystem.
Freight forwarding.
Yes, there is a great opportunity for them to come.
Sounds exciting. And
it is.
We really want to get in touch and call for more details. Which numbers can we call so that we can plug in and get more details, come for a tour, visit some of your places, and do other inquiries.
Okay, before we go on the contact, we have short courses as well for those who want to have some quick study and
to upgrade their fantastic.
Skills.
Great.
We have those short courses ready. We'll be rolling them out this July, so they should be on the lookout for that.
Wonderful. Contact.
Okay, so before I talk about the contact,
you give us the contact first. That way we can call you and then get in touch.
So just reach out to us on 0307 007 800
0307
007 800 or 0245 995544 0245 995544.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. Enoch, you want to add a final word?
Yes, I want to add that. Rosebank, because we want to give education to everybody, we are open to everyone, irrespective of your educational background.
Right.
That's why we have programs like matured programs. So if you are 25 years and above and you don't have the required entry requirement to come, maybe you fail some of the courses, or you've never even had senior secondary school education. All we are saying is that just come. We have specialized matured entrance exams where we train you for you to write exams, so pass and enroll at Rosebank. Anybody who have WASI A1 to 66 or you have A-level certificates, just come to Rosebank. You qualify to apply for it.
Enoch Ajay, sales manager for Rosebank International University College. Dr. Albert Akrong is head of Faculty of Hospitality, Culinary and Service Management. And then, of course, Dr. Kojo Aka Kwating is the head of Faculty of Commerce. And I'm told that he was a great veteran broadcaster in the 90s. That's correct? Right. One shout.
One shout.
One shout. Right. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to all of you, ladies, gentlemen. All the best to Rosebank International University College.
Yeah, visit our campus.
When you buy anything, it's got to be the very best. Diamond 42.5 hour grade cement is the highest quality on the Ghanaian market. Since the year 2000, we've been putting smiles on the faces of homeowners, block makers. We've supported numerous construction works with a high quality brand rated green by the EPA. Now we have the 32.5 hour grade, means there's a good deal for everyone, great value for your pocket. You deserve the very best. Diamond Cement, make us your number one choice for all your building needs. You'll never regret it. Locate us across the nation. Our factories are in Aflao, Takoradi and Buepe. Please call us 0244 313 368 0540 111 978. Diamond Cement is still as hard as a diamond. Now, have you mastered the art of air ticketing? Then Fairmont Travel and Tours Limited is calling you. For 15 years, we've been Ghana's trusted name in travel. Now we are hiring a pro air ticket booking agent to join our dynamic team. We are looking for a lady within the ages of 30 to 45, minimum 5 years of experience in air ticketing, university graduate with a strong marketing background, excellent communication skills, fluent in English and French speakers are highly encouraged. You must be a master of major GDS platforms like Sabri, Amadeus, WorldSpan, Travelport, Apollo, and Galileo. If you know, you know. So if you live and breathe flight bookings, this is your moment to soar. Locate us today. We are at Achimota ABC, Accra, Ghana. Call us now, 055 780 2098 or 050 207 8958. Send your CV to recruiter at FairmontTravels.com. FEMON Travels.com. Fairmont Travel and Tours Limited, where your journey begins. Mommy, Daddy, do you know why children leave home very neat and return looking so different? I'll tell you, non-stop action, all the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, torn uniforms, dirty shoes, well, they show that your kid has been very active. That's why they need nourishment and energy at breakfast. So give them the nutritious Milo every day. Milo contains vitamin D that support energy release to help their daily performance. Milo, energy to go further. Now, as our advocacy has achieved a media interaction with the Minister for Roads and Highways, he has been engaging the press on our television channel in the last couple of minutes. So we are crossing over to the Ministry of Roads and Highways, where the Roads Minister is providing relevant updates on contractors, money, roads, and all the things you care about with respect to roads. Enjoy.
Ones who play a role